Good morning, and welcome to WSTX AM 970 on your community dial. All right, good thing. Yeah. It's a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Yes, all you Friday worshipers, hey, you can be calm. It starts with Thursday, and it's moving right along, including with this nice weather we have out here. You know, hey, the wet stuff, but I ain't complaining it. All the way up to Point Udall, green like the rainforest. You think the Virgin Islands went and took over the Amazon job? Yeah, it's nice. Only thing is, of course, sometimes it slows things down. And so here we get a move on really fast this morning because we got a lot of stuff going on in our community. Yeah. And I got a little surprise for you anyhow. All this stuff going on for Christmas. It's only appropriate, or whatever you celebrate. If you're out there celebrating and doing it in a way that everybody can enjoy, yeah. Then go for it. All right. But I was getting ready to come on the show, and I heard this one here, and I said, I know probably only one person, maybe a few more, might know this song. So I said, let me give my folks a treat this morning, because it truly is a treat. There is so much things going on at Christmas time that it's good to sometimes reminisce about Christmas time. The folks down at the Landmark Society, they have Old Time Cruise and Christmas program that they have coming up, and that's always good. Tell you how we used to do it long before we had the pine Christmas tree and everything else. Yes, we had our own local Christmas tree. If you don't know that, do your research, understand where you live or where you're visiting in that regards. Okay, and yeah, they have that event going on this year again, so check your calendar. I hope it hasn't passed already. But I found this song, and this is a real gem from way back when. So if you know who's singing this song, you could give me a call here at 340-626-7730. And if you leave me your information, you'll get some gooseberry for Christmas. I ain't got no guava berry. You'll get a nice big jar of gooseberry for Christmas. Share it with all your friends and family, whoever is visiting and everything else. So, without further ado, if you know who the singer is, you can call me 340-773-0390, 340-773-0490. Here we go.
The one above, everybody feeling fine. Around Christmas they might be sitting around the Christmas tree, I whistling the sweet melody, sending all my wishes to you. Well, I wish you a Merry Christmas and a pleasant New Year to the one I love, oh my dear. Ba-ba-la, ba-ba-la. said, darling, yes, I must admit, you are sending this Christmas wish. I want you to realize King Dog is still alive. So when you get your Christmas cake, I don't want to make the fake, because it might be very small. But don't forget, don't be at all. Well, I wish you a Merry Christmas and a pleasant New Year to the one which I love. Oh, my dear. We are dropping these lines, my dear. Meet you in condition everywhere. Because yes, I'm telling you, my love for you is really true. He said, don't expect a baby. I said, what you're going to get, mommy? He said, darling, please don't worry. Santa Claus and that for we. But I wish you a Merry Christmas and a pleasant New Year. The one which I love. Oh, my. Don't take me wrong, I want you to understand what you said just now. Only get me in a row. Say yes, it is plain and candid. You must never lie to your mommy, because it is plain to see Santa Claus was only make money. Well, I wish you a Merry Christmas and a pleasant New Year to the one which I love. Oh, my dear.
Yeah, folks. All right. That's a different one. That's a different one. All right. I got my phones light up here. So let me go check out something here. Okay. Good morning, WSTX.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How you doing?
Well, not as good as you, but I'm making out.
I hear that. I hear Santa sleigh broke down.
A little too young for that to tell you who sing that one is. I can skip over that.
Okay.
Santa sleigh ain't broke down. Santa and his Santa elves have a job action.
Oh my goodness.
So there is no 6-route buses running, and no paratransit or ADA buses will be running today. Because they had a meeting on Tuesday, and I guess the drivers didn't like what they told them on Tuesday, and so they decided to pull whatever job action today. So we have no buses running at all. Well, at least on St. Croix. I don't know about St. Thomas.
Well, I gonna have to have a job action too, because the contract clearly said they can't do it on Thursday.
Well, they did it, and like I told you, I was waiting for the bus, and it's only when I called the dispatch told me nobody showed up to work. I later found out from another passenger that they called a driver, and the driver told them they have a sick out. So they don't know how long they're gonna be out for.
All right.
So.
All right. Okay. Good thing. I got somebody calling in here. Hold on a second, okay? Hold on. Good morning, WSTX.
Yeah, Doggy morning. The singer of the song is Doggy and Gerald.
I wish.
Hey, listen, I understand you were late today because Santa and his sleigh could not get over the Humpback Bridge.
Listen, all kind of thing going on here. No, but we get a nice. We've been getting some rain, brother. Okay, from Point all the way out to Point. You'd all green like the rainforest. Okay.
Well, I could imagine how it looked, which is good, but we get a lot of rain too, and then a lot of the white fluff.
Ah.
A lot of the white stuff,
Well.
So what I had to do, I had to order a couple extra cases of Peruvian and Diageo to keep me warm.
Uh-huh. All right.
Gotta do that.
All right. I hear that.
Okay. Okay, then later.
You're going to have plenty of company coming to visit you, because now it's public.
Yeah, what's that?
All right.
Okay.
Good hearing your voice. All right. Take
Yes,
care.
sir.
Compliments of the season.
Same deal.
All right. Good thing. Talk with you. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We back. Turn down your radio.
Yeah, no, I cut it off.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I see, yeah.
So,
Yeah, so Mr. Nitz Karin,
yeah. He said
you need to share some of that cushion and the Diageo with me.
well, it's now our public knowledge. So he gonna have a line like you got free iPhone giving away at his house. You don't got a line.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up there. You say you ain't giving up gooseberry, what do you call it, guava berry, but I need a bottle right now.
My son, I tell
I
you,
need a bottle to deal with this ignorance I got to deal with this bus service.
they driving you to drink.
No, it's driving me to cool my temper.
All right. Okay.
It drives me to cool my temper. I need to stay sane.
Well, all right, co-host. You don't let them get to you. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them get to you.
My thing is not really for me, but I think about the people them that have their doctor's appointment today.
Oh yeah.
The people them that have to go to dialysis, which is a life-saving method. People that have their doctor's appointments and dialysis are these things that they now not able to go to because of this job action. And the job action is set in place because of management.
Yeah. Well, what when I found out about it, what went through my mind is how come I haven't heard any type of a public service announcement or anything to at least put people on notice, so that if their loved ones need to go to dialysis, they can make alternative arrangements or something while they get upset and grumble and whatever. And that
Mr.
was the
Canton.
part that got me.
Mr. Canton,
Yes, Mr. Evelyn.
these people do not care about the public. Had they care about the public, they would have done something like that. But my advice to anyone listening to the sound of my voice, if you're a person on dialysis, you need to put in place a plan B for when these people are not available. Put in place a plan B, whether it be somebody to take you there, another service to get you there, like Stretcher Plus, whatever. Put in place a plan B.
Let me put it to you this way. They need a plan B1, a plan B2, a plan B3. Because whether it is sick out or hurricane or other disaster, the persons with disabilities and persons who have transportation issues is the last people on their mind.
Of course. And the thing that pissed me off is, remember last time I was in the studio with you, I showed you an article on my phone about they want to give you, penalize you for no show or late cancellation.
Yeah, so what happens now? That's the thing.
Okay.
What happens now?
This is what I'm talking. This is what I'm talking about. They're not people friendly. You understand? The government needs to step in and get rid of these people. They're giving them a bad name. Okay? And like I said before, and I'm going to continue to beat the drum, they need to privatize the Vitron bus service like what it did before in the beginning, in order to serve the people the way we're supposed to be served. Because when it was under Peter Pan, was the best bus service we had in the territory.
That's indisputable. That's indisputable. You see?
Okay.
And our folks want to take it personal and get an attitude because you say that and you should support your own. And yeah, but my thing is support your own mean service your own. Provide the service. Provide the service. It's not just blind one-way loyalty. It have to work both ways.
It is hard to support your own when your own is not ordering enough buses, when your own is not hiring enough drivers. You know, I mean, right now you have a deficit of drivers, a deficit of buses. You have drivers coming in and have to sit down until when drivers finish work at 2 o'clock, between 12 and 2 o'clock, to get a bus to go out on the road. You understand? They had drivers that retire, and since then they was not replaced. They pulled one driver off of the fixed route to take over for one driver when they pass away. But they have 2 drivers that retire, and they haven't been replaced up to now. You understand? In order for this paratransit system to run efficiently, they need to have at least 8 to 10 buses on the road every day. This is the amount of clients that they have.
Well, you know, the funny thing is, I just happened to get this thing about we're hiring, right? And I have St. Croix and I have St. Thomas. And when I went to St. Croix, no openings available. All right, so I'm gonna go back and look that up again and take a snapshot and ask them what's going on, because if people retiring, passing away, creating open positions for these type of sensitive service areas, then hey, what's going on? How come you're not advertising these jobs to fill them?
They're taking the monies from the salaries and doing other things with it. They had a guy used to work in there doing the grants and things to get the buses. He get fed up and he left, because when he do all the work and he hand them the paperwork to one and send to the federal government, they sit down on it and don't do anything. Okay? They need to get rid of these people. They need to get rid of the operations manager. They need to get rid of the deputy commissioner that don't do nothing. You understand? And once again, the AD person. You need to get rid of all of them and put people in there that can do the work.
I hear you.
It's people's lives they're affecting. Right now, today, there are people that have to go to work. Okay? People that work in the government that have to go to work using the paratransit bus and cannot get to work.
And stress the point, persons with a disability.
Disabilities. Persons with disabilities that work. I'll take, for instance, if my job wasn't on vacation, I wouldn't have to go to work. How would I get to work today if my job wasn't on vacation? So I would lose a day pay because of Vitron and the foolishness.
Well, let me tell you this, right? You know, you might be on vacation, but you got other people who supposed to be at work, public and private. And let me tell you, one of the issues we got going on is that nobody answering the phone deliberately.
Well,
that's the best way I could put it, unless they show me that the phone ain't working. Okay, and in but hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
And we talking about situations where they have deadlines to meet, to make filings, that makes the difference between whether the money stays here or goes back. And here are the private sector professionals knocking, calling, whatever, and nobody's responding because there's no consequences when it shows that someone just did not do their job. Now, I'm not being personal here. Someone just did not do their job. A job very often that they know how to do, but they take liberty with the government. Who gonna do anything about it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if anything,
listen.
and this is the thing, like you say about the governor, they're going to beat up on the governor, but the bottom line is, where's all these commissioners and deputy commissioners and managers, and where are they in the mix? You see, we got to get away from this thing of wanting to just chop off the head. You got to understand, you got to look at the hand that holding the razor blade that cutting you up. And the foot that's stamping on you.
Yeah, but when they call the governor didn't put his foot down on these people because they're making him look bad.
But this is what I'm saying. This is.
He need to put his foot in their throat and make them do what they got to do.
Yeah, well.
You understand?
I hear you.
No, I call a talk show host a couple of months ago when we were going through this thing where they were trying to raise the fee for Vitran. And I told them in my research, the federal government provides $28 per person for the paratransit bus, okay, and $8 per person for the fixed route bus, okay. The governor's mouthpiece called in the show after me and said, and I quote, they get that money, but all don't go to Vitran.
But
so where the rest going?
Where the rest going? Because that's an admission, that's a confession.
Okay.
You know?
So he just conceded that they are taking the money and using it for other purposes. Okay? Now, if they take the money and do with it what they're supposed to do, we wouldn't have all this ignorance going on here with Vitran. They would have the proper amount of buses. They would be able to have the proper amount of employees that they need. Okay? You have sometimes only 3 buses on the road. Sometimes maybe 4. You have a driver that'll pick and choose who she wants to pick up and how far she going. She don't come down to Frederick State. All this kind of ignorance.
What?
They need to change management.
The job say
bring out management and put people in there who can do the work and who can manage the bus line properly. And for people like that who want to do what they want to do, send them home.
Wait, no, all that there in the job description, that man, and they ain't got a line for them job, because you can make your own job and make the job, write it out so you don't have to do the job.
Brother man, I was in Samuel on Tuesday, waiting for the bus. A bus passed across. They have a guy to be there selling ticket right there over Kmart. He said, man, Evelyn, I thought the bus was coming for you. But then when he looked good, he said, oh no, she don't pick up no man. He never seen a man on that woman bus. I said, well, you see.
Wow.
People out there watching, and they don't realize people watching what is going on. You understand? People are out there watching what is going on. She have her own crew that she does pick up. She don't pick up nobody outside her crew. Okay? Maybe 1 or 2 people. But that's it. And then they don't wear no uniform. The same bus driver, she don't wear no uniform, telling people she a supervisor. She a supervisor, she a bus driver like everybody else.
Anyhow, you know, we're streaming on WSTX Facebook, and we're also streaming on Douglas Canton on YouTube. And part of the stream, I've got all of this recorded, and I'm so happy that we do, because we got to talk to some folks, and if necessary, this is what we need to send off to the folks at Department of Transportation. You know, I hear that Trump looking to turn things upside down. You know, the last thing they want is this type of crap reaching up there to instigate anything against a service that we want everybody to have. I wouldn't want to see
the Transportation Secretary need to find out where the money going, what they're sending down here. You understand? because it's been said that they spread it around public works.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they keep getting new trucks and new this and things for them commissioners and things and people in high places to drive. The other day, they gave somebody in Vitron a $10,000 raise. When the boss ever get vexed because they give a quart. Give a quart raise. You understand?
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, I don't know what it is they're doing, but they need to get their act together and stop this foolishness. You understand? You're a public servant. You're going there to serve the public, not to get rich from the government. You understand? These people need to stop doing this thing until they stop milking the government for what it's worth and providing the service that they're supposed to provide to the public. We're going to always fall into these situations. All the time.
Yeah. Well, I
Mismanagement and corruption.
I don't know how this does work. I really don't know how this does work. I am listening to you, and it's just I
mean, listen. I have a friend that say you can't make this up. That's her favorite term. You can't make this up. Yes, and some of these things you before they see on TV alone, but they're happening right there. It's happening right here, Dougie.
Yeah.
And we in the Christmas Eve, we're supposed to be merry, not stressing over things like this. You know? But here it is. People want to treat persons with disabilities with indifference like we don't matter. And this is a habitual thing. It is a habitual thing.
Yep.
Even people who are supposed to be working on behalf of persons with disabilities treats us with indifference. The person we have in independent living, same thing. You know, and I want to know, they have a disability too, but they act like they don't have one.
Okay.
Until when it solved them.
Right. Hold on a second. I got a call here. Okay, hold on. WSTX.
Hello?
Yes, good morning, WSTX.
Yes, Doug?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you sound better now. You sound like you were way down in Mariah Hole, but you come back up. You know?
I need air.
You need air. It was good to hear Gerald chuckle. That's when he take off from Hannah's restaurant a while ago. He had smoke coming through his nose, and rightly so. I mean, he even used the word stress. Why would you want to put stress on handicapped and challenged people that need you? Why would you want to do that?
Well,
now, Dougie, I heard you say, and that is also true. And even Evelyn said, the government need to put his foot down in the throat of these people that work for him. He is getting the blame, but then he invited the blame because he said on public radio he don't want no legacy. So they're going to see to enjoying it now. I mean, this is total madness.
Well,
just quickly. Gerald even mentioned that the grant writer, he gets so fed up because he couldn't get paid, he left. Dougie, worse than that happened in the housing authority when I left, not because I wanted to leave the job. I was forced to leave, and left millions of dollars to not only build new houses, but to rehabilitate communities. And then now they're bringing a new fella from HUD, New York, I guess, again moving towards a takeover again, saying that it was, what do you call it, deferred maintenance. deferred what meant that the money was there. So the housing authority don't have it's 5,000 units of housing no more. They got 2,600 and place sitting on the down in them cow, cat, and growing grass up to the roof, and people homeless. How you going, mister?
All right, talk with you.
Very easy, man. It's really disgusting.
I hear you. And,
yes,
and here we are just before Christmas, and it's like you're getting worse.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, we talk. Yeah, Gerard. You see, you gotta be careful. Nibs did I listening to every word, hanging on every word you're saying.
Yeah, you know, I mean, how you like to say small hanging fruit. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
They divide these buses. These big buses run up and down the place. Peter Pan used to have these little minivans that hold about 6 people. Had a couple of them on the road. If you don't need a ramp, they send that for you, pick you up and take you where you need to go. The ramp goes to people who needs the ramp. Okay? But they develop a thing with this one size fit all. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
You know, when I was in New York, as long as I didn't need the ramp, they would send a car to pick me up. A little 4-door car, like a Camry, and they would pick up like 2 or 3 other people, and all of us in the car, and they're dropping us off where we're going.
Right.
Need the ramp.
Right.
You know, and it makes it more efficient. Because when you have to use the ramp to put people in and take people out, it takes time for the driver to do that.
You know what? I think we need to start working on the privatization of Vitron, number one, and to create a board the executive director reports to or something like that. Okay, and get you and people like you on that board to run things, because the bottom line is there's too much incentive not to do what needs to be done as a matter of providing the service. It's just too much incentive, and if it stays on the public works the way it is, it's not going to change.
They have a board and the same person in place right now for the ADA portion of it.
No, I'm not talking like that.
No.
That board.
No. I'm just saying something. They have a consumer advisory board.
That don't count. Sorry.
Hold on. And it was dismantled because they said it was making some unreasonable demands. This is what I was told when I inquired about it. Because as it is a federal program, it's supposed to have a consumer advisory board in place, made up of the consumers, the ridership then, okay, of the Vitron, whether it be fixed route and the paratransit.
Yeah.
Okay? And they dismantled it because somebody said they don't want the riders to tell them what to do.
You know, and the stupidity of that statement, is the whole purpose of the service is to accommodate riders, not to make it a us versus them thing. I won't run it how I want to run it. Okay?
Yeah, well, that's how they have it. They run it how they want. They run it. They make up. Listen, New York did a fee increase back in 2019. That's the last increase I know they did. They was paying $2.75, and they raised the fee to 15 cents. They raised the fee 15 cents, so now they're paying $2.90. So it's cheaper for me to pay the paratransit bus in New York than to write it here in St. Croix. Okay?
I hear you.
And I could go farther on my $2.90.
Well, sounds like y'all need an attorney.
Yeah, I think so.
And I say that you know, when I talk to the folks at disability rights, I don't come across too enthused because I personally got too many reasons why things aren't being done. You know, if it's flashy and going to be on TV and or whatever, people rise to the occasion to be in the limelight. But when it comes to where the rubber meets the road, you know, it's like everybody trying to stay clear of the ant's nest. When in fact the problem, to deal with the problem, you got to get in the ant's nest. Ain't no way to avoid it.
They don't want everybody from the ants around you.
So anyhow, it's minutes to the hour here, so bear with me here for a second. Let me talk about some of the things that are going on in the community here. Okay, you know, the park is lit up and everything else. When you come into when you come into what you call the place now, the bypass, the first light at the bypass there, the place is beautified, if I'm not mistaken, because I saw them out there walking on it. So everything is looking nice. The sign, the lights are up in Christiansted, and speaking specifically about Christiansted right now.
No, wait. Did they ever do the tree lighting in Galloway?
Huh?
Did they ever do the tree lighting in Galloway?
I don't know. They had an event down here. They had an event down here, Gerard. But you know, this is the thing, right? We the ones doing the community calendar. We there in Gallows Bay, and they ain't come across the street and just hand us a copy of it, okay? And I ain't being nasty. I just telling it. It's a fact. If you're having an event,
I remember we went to it, and I noticed it didn't have any for a minute there. So,
Jared, they just get it dying on the vine because of lack of proper promotion, okay? Okay, you can't do today for today. It just don't work, okay? You know, you can't just invite the people who gonna come, like the children and the bands and the dancers and whatever, and don't invite the public. All right, and I'm just saying to you that from my perspective, that's what's going on. But anyhow, I say that not to criticize, because you're gonna talk to them and see if maybe they could do better next year. All right.
Yeah, there's always next year.
Yep, there's always next year. Today, the Office of Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett is having an open house at 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. at her office space, 60 King Street in Fredericksted. And they're going to have representatives from the following agencies there: the VI Housing Authority, U.S. Department of Agriculture Rural Development, and U.S. Department of Agriculture Natural Resources Conservation Service, and the U.S. Small Business Administration. Okay, folks?
She missing somebody.
Well, she missing a lot of people that we would want, but I'm just saying she's having an open house, and those folks. She
needs to have somebody from transportation there too.
Yes, but this isn't transportation. This is more USDA and business and VI Housing Authority. Okay, but yes, we need to have a conversation with her also. Okay, but anyhow, one day at a time. You know, the sad thing about it is the kind of problems we have in here. When we report them, you know, we want something fixed. We don't want the Virgin Islands penalized. So you have to be careful how you move, you know, to make sure it gets fixed, not penalized. Because the bottom line is, the federal government could turn around and say, okay, you're misspending our money, we ain't getting you no more. Well, that's not what we need, because that's going to hurt the people that are being served. But at the same time, that cannot dissuade the people concerned from, you know, making the concerns heard. Okay. And you know, we have a new organization here in St. Croix called the VI Palestinian Friendship Association. And it's a newly formed organization, a necessary organization, just like all the other necessary organizations that are here in terms of our community. Our community, you know, our community needs to have their representation, and you know, from all these different groups. Like I was just talking with somebody last night about the Brown Hill Association, the folks from Nevis, and I miss the things that they used to do right next to where H&H was before the fire. And of course, I can see my Dominican dancers going well, doing their thing, and Miss Anto was there with them, Antoinette Petros, God rest her soul. And yeah, it's one of those things. Anto, I miss you, among other things. Okay, but we're going to take a break here and come back in a minute, Jared. So you just go ahead and hold on for me here, okay? You ready for me?
AM 970 WSTX and more continuous music variety.
I gotta leave my number road. I'll always play the VI lottery for sure. A wave of opportunity to win some more. Don't miss your chance, cause it could be yours. Yes, I headed down to the lottery, Virgin Islands lottery. I feel the luck of the lottery. When I win with the lottery. I headed down to the lottery.
Alma's Natural Products, 53 King Street, Frederiksted, St. Croix, across from the Old Gores Pharmacy. 340-332-3557. Accepts major credit cards. Hours are Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. through 5 p.m. and Sundays, 12 noon through 5 p.m.
Alma's is our favorite place for bulk herbs and detox bitters, sea moss, cocoa sticks, and so much more.
Mom, we need to go to Alma's to get some more aluminum-free deodorant and fluoride-free toothpaste.
Great! While we're there, we can pick up some more natural soap. They also carry raw black soap, liquid Castile soap, raw shea butter, black seed oil, cocoa oil, body oils, and essential oils, sage, incense, candles. Alma's Natural Products also has vitamins, liquid and tablet form. Get refreshed with liquid chlorophyll by Nature Sunshine. They also carry African clothing for the whole family, man, woman, and child. Why shop at the rest when you can shop with the best?
Alma's Natural Products, 53 King Street, Frederiksted, St. Croix, across from the Old Gores Pharmacy. 340-332-3557. Accepts major credit cards. Hours are Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. through 5 p.m. and Sundays, 12 noon through 5 p.m.
Alma's. Check her out today.
Season's greetings from AM 970 WSTX.
When it's time for bug eliminating, on Oliver exterminating. When island pests become unwanted guests, you need number one, the island's best.
After 30 years of business, Oliver Exterminating knows how to get rid of your bugs. Guaranteed. In St. Croix or St. Thomas, Oliver Exterminating.
They have the Espanol in pest control. Oliver Exterminating's the best to get rid of bugs and all of your pests.
Looking to elevate your island home? Discover Enzo Indigo, a specialty furniture and home goods store nestled in the heart of Gallows Bay, St. Croix, Virgin Islands. Step into a beautifully curated space that embodies the essence of style and elegance. Inspired by the Zen symbol, Enzo represents strength in the artistry of creation, and you'll feel it the moment you walk through our doors. At Enzo Indigo, we offer an exquisite selection of high-end linens, tableware, bedding, and candles to help you style your island home. Discover cozy throw pillows, unique decor pieces, and stunning furnishings that embody island living. Looking for the perfect gift? Browse our luxurious bath and body products, beautiful jewelry, Java wrap sarongs, crystals, and soothing Japanese incense. Can't find what you're looking for? No problem. Special orders are available to bring your vision to life. Enzo Indigo. Visit us at Gallows Bay, East End, St. Croix, Virgin Islands. Open Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Call us 340-513-3195. Mention this ad and be entered into our exclusive raffle. Enzo Indigo, where elegance meets island charm.
It's a Caribbean Christmas from AM 970 WSTX.
Yes, folks, we're back, and turn down that speaker there. Okay, and we've got some guests in the house. All right, and have a great conversation in a minute. But before we do that, there's some things I got to talk about, kind of quick. There's a film, a movie premiere called. Film over gun violence, okay? And we have some young Virgin Islanders that working with some even younger Virgin Islanders, teaching them how to use video equipment, editing, all this other stuff. And these younger Virgin Islanders wrote a script and came up with the parts and acted the parts, and it is being premiered at 6 p.m. at the Caribbean Cinemas on tomorrow.
7 a.m.
Okay.
Notification. YouTube. Now. Cellular. 2 of 4 bars.
Okay.
Signal thread. Status bar item.
Yeah, Gerard, we're hearing you. Okay, and so the films are written and recorded by the teens and young adults, and it's something we want you to support. Yes, they have sponsors already supporting them, but it's really about for the community and really about affecting our young people in positive ways, and hopefully, creating avenues for them in the movie industry ultimately. All right. I wanted to mention that also, that on the 21st they have free movies for grown-ups. The ARP is that Mufasa available to you. If you're a member ARP, you just need to contact them accordingly and register so you can do your walk-in. Okay? Righto. Coquito and Cookies, Saturday, December 21st, folks, 1 p.m. until the same. Yeah, 1 p.m. until 6 p.m. Okay, and this is at Chant in Frederickstead. Yes, 217 Customs House in Frederickstead. That's what's going on down there. Yep. And of course, you got Coquito Festival going on. The 15th annual Coquito Festival is going on December 21st also. Okay, so you got Coquito everywhere. Then on Sunday the 22nd, at Stateway Museum, they're having Old Time Crucian Christmas at the St. Croix Landmark Society, folks. Yes, okay. So, plenty to do, plenty to see, plenty to be involved in, plenty to eat and drink. Yes, and here we go now. The serenades coming up on the 23rd and the 24th. So, the 23rd, they're starting at Ginger Thomas, going through Strawberry to Peter's Rest to Anna's Hope to Orange Grove to Golden Rock, Harbor View, Princess Estate, St. John, Eliza Retreat. Yes, and as if that wasn't enough, you'd think that the Jimmy John would be empty and they were ready to go home, go sleep. No, they got tramp from Christiansted to WTJX office Yes. And you have in parentheses the final food stop. So, folks, that's the 23rd. They're having it again on the 24th. Starting out in Ginger Thomas again and going Bon Esperance, Bonbijou, Calcahoon, Grove, Wim, Concordia, and then down in Frederickstead. Okay, all right. Yes, I guess this is in Frederickstead one. They starting a tramp at the top of King Street and going down to Aquaholic Beach Bar, which is the final food stop on that run too. Okay, good thing. So, just letting you know, there's plenty going on, and I don't want to forget the VI bug out. You know, that's going on the 28th, the 29th, and January 1st they're going to be at Kramer Park. But the 28th at the Motor Complex, the St. Croix Motor Complex, on the 29th, and they have a big beach party on January 1st, so you could get together out there and see the cars if you miss them on the other 2 days. Yes. Plenty going on, folks, plenty going on. All Year's Night, of course, you know, 10 Sleepless Nights doing their thing from 8:30 to 12:30 at DV Carina Bay. And, folks, something for everyone, because we haven't even talked about all the stuff that's going on for the Christmas festival planning. You know, the village going to be opening up. They're going to be having food fair, and then they're going to have parades coming, all this other good stuff. The bottom line is, when Doug talk, mark your calendar, because if you tell you forget and you miss it, he going to tell you he want to hear it, because you ain't had no excuse. He don't tell you. All right. Huh? You gonna say you ain't hear me, right?
Yeah.
You know, folks, I have a New Year's wish, not a resolution, that Jared gonna stop being so mischievous, okay?
Can't stop.
Can't stop?
No.
All right, okay. All right, I'm gonna tell Kier to work on you. Anyhow, one day at a time. So, where are we now, folks? We're right here in WSTX AM 970, and we have guests in the house. Yes, very important guests. Yes, the VI Palestinian Friendship Association. Yeah, they've been doing some interesting things. You know, when you see organizations form, it's one thing to form in a name, you know, it's another thing when you form and you're actually supporting the community and doing things in the community and being a part of the community. Got a lot of associations around St. Croix. You ask where they're there. Well, they're doing their things usually behind the scenes, you know, but this is one of them that behind and in front. Okay. So good morning, folks. Go ahead and take the mic, introduce yourself, and let's start the conversation.
Good morning. My name is Ahmad Hussein, and I am the president of the Virgin Islands Palestinian Friendship Association.
Okay. I'm going to change this mic to this one because I'm not hearing your voice the way I need to. Maybe this one ain't had its hooky. So.
Is it? Is it better?
Okay, yeah, much better. Okay, good thing. So, tell me about this VI Palestinian Organization Association. Okay.
The Virgin Islands Palestinian Friendship Association is an organization that was recently established. It came after the governor, Honorable Governor Albert Bryan Jr. Assigned a day for Palestinian friendship, and after that we decided we want to organize and incorporate so we can celebrate this friendship every year.
All right.
And along with goals and missions for the organization, which is pretty much establishing and continuing to cherish the friendship we have with the community here, along with, you know, blending the Palestinian culture and history and traditions into the Virgin Islands social fabric as a whole.
Mm-hmm. Well, I gonna tell you, we got a melting pot here. So you more than anything else informing people about what's been going on all along.
Exactly. Yeah,
You know, which is good.
the
which
friendship
is
is not new.
exactly
It's just now being
talked about in a
formalized.
broader sense.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
yes, it's in a broader sense because you know the fact of the matter is this is a melting pot. Everybody marrying everybody and having children with everybody and celebrating with everybody and everybody else don't know about it, but it's going on. Okay, and this time of year, one of the things that usually used to go on is we used to have the junior calypso competition, and had a young lady, okay, who participated in that. Okay, and Dobby would be there to tell
yes.
you our first
Yes, I
crucial.
remember.
You remember?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, but you know, Dougie, you say you want me to stop being serious, right? Well, I had one little trick up my sleeve. I have somebody on the line to say hello.
Okay.
Yeah, good morning, gentlemen. What's going on?
Care.
What's going on?
Morning.
I was just getting ready to tell him to do a wellness check on you because I ain't hear from you. I want to know what's going on.
But last week I called you. What wrong with you, man?
But last week wasn't the week. This is the week.
Yeah, last week Thursday, you tell me you're gonna have a Palestinian there. I tell you I'm gonna be there.
Okay.
So where are you?
But this is what I'm saying. I expect you to be on hold, ready, and everything. But anyhow, you're here. That's the important thing.
I on hold with Gerard from this morning, dude. What wrong with you?
Oh Lordy, me man. Okay,
now
don't.
you have two of them.
From 8 o'clock, I've been there with Gerard.
You and Gerard tag teaming on me. You know, this is like wrestling.
Technology. It's called modern technology.
Okay. All right. Good thing. Good
and
thing.
the year ain't done yet.
Yes. Well, anyhow, let me finish my thought here. We had the, as Dobby would call it, the first Crucian Arab Junior Calypsonian, and she was a nice, sweet person and a great performance. Okay, and we miss her because she was on 2 years, and I don't know if she's at the island at the moment or whatever, because she sometimes goes and comes. But you know, to me that was a great wake-up call to everyone that we are in fact one community, and we go to school together, we eat together, we do business together. And so it's good that this organization is now taking on this proactive role in the community. Okay, yeah, it's important. We can't be taking it for granted. Okay, and we got folks like here, all the way in Texas, spreading the Virgin Islands all over Texas. We have all kind of tourism coming in from Texas just because I care.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, like I said, the friendship has always been there. It dates back to the early 40s, where the first members of our community, our great grandfathers, started coming in to the islands of St. Croix and St. Thomas. They were very well received since that time, and you know, you have third generation and fourth generation of Palestinians that are Virgin Islanders now, Palestinian in root but Virgin Islander by choice.
Well,
so not to cut you off. So what we did with this move is we institutionalized the activity and the friendship.
Well, I'm gonna. You talk about your great grandfathers and grandfathers, okay, and their experiences that some of us have had in the community, because you came here as hard-working people looking to you know, avail yourselves of the American dream, okay? And I say hardworking because some of your ancestors came here as business people, okay? And I remember, and they would come by my house and other houses in the community. At that time, their store was out of a suitcase, okay?
It was even before that.
Well, I know. I'm just talking about my.
They came in, and the only thing that they could have done was, and which where there was a lot of need at that time. They came in, and they come from a background. They're merchants. You know, the business and the trade started by the sugar mills. That's where everybody gathers up, and that's where they would go and sell their product. And then they became peddlers going around, and now we're in brick and mortar stores pretty much, heading towards e-commerce.
Yeah.
Which is
well, you use the word peddlers. I don't use that word. They were a very useful and helpful service in doing. I'm telling you from my perspective. Okay, there's nothing wrong with the word peddlers. I'm just saying the way it worked back in those days. There are a lot of people who it was a meaningful way of being able to do shopping for certain things, while they were home taking care of children, or otherwise caring for somebody's children.
And transportation was not available and easy as it is today.
Amen.
Now in front of every house there is 2 and 3 cars.
2 and 3 cars. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
And so I'm just reflecting back on those memories. And the hard work and persistence has paid off. As you said, we have the brick and mortar establishments and everything that are representative. And also the many community ties in the process, from intermarrying and going to school and sports and everything else. We had a basketball team at a private school, Free Will Baptist, I mentioned it. And
I attended Free Will.
Okay, and the young man there was on the basketball team, and it was a pleasure working with him, and especially the watching the camaraderie and the exchanging of ideas and skills, and it was great. But again, it comes back to our melting pot that has always been. What we have to do is recognize it and do our best to cultivate it in a way that is going to help our community to grow and be the place that I love to live.
Dougie, I just want to point out something really quickly here. When the Palestinian people came here, it wasn't because they were in Palestine and said, hey, let me go try the Virgin Islands.
Okay. For some reason, your microphone, talk right into it.
Okay. So they didn't just say, oh, let's go to the Virgin Islands. Under the British Mandate and the Nakba, which I had heard about, but I'm learning so much more about, they were violently forced out of their homes. Mm-hmm. Over 900,000 people in just a couple of years' time were violently expelled from their own country. And many of them came here and, have built good lives for themselves and have helped the community. So without getting into that history, because we could be here for 4 weeks or more just talking about that history, but I think it's important that people understand that they came here for sanctuary, to find peace, to be able to have a good life with their families and in their community.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I appreciate that. The struggle continues.
Indeed. Yeah.
The struggle continues, and it's one of those things. Going to school, going to college, reading the different books and so forth and so on. There's so much that's not being told. There's so much that is being. There's so much miseducation that's going on, and whitewashing of what's going on. But it is what it is, and more people, because of technology and everything, can see what is going on in that regards. Okay, but
like what Liz mentioned the Nakba.
Mm-hmm.
The word Nakba means catastrophe. And she spoke about a certain moment, but in reality, the Nakba for the Palestinian people is an ongoing process up to today.
The struggle
Because
continues.
It hasn't stopped.
Yeah, the struggle continues. And I say that we look at history, and it's so important, and not for demonizing anybody, as opposed to telling the fact what's going on. We have what happened in the United States with the American Indians, with slavery, whatever. These are facts. These are things that happen. Not to demonize this person or that person, as opposed to actually knowing, because the reality is those who don't know their history are most at risk of having it repeated, or in that sense. So but the part I'm focusing on more than anything is that not only did you make that move and seek sanctuary, but you have assimilated and otherwise integrated into the community as part of the community. You can never forget home, but this became your new home.
Nobody forgets where they come from, and there's gonna always be that love for the origin. But we are fortunate, for example, to have two homes, one which we actually live in, and one we hope to one day be able to live there in peace. So you can have, and in today's world, having two homes is
2, 3. It's all possible. It's all possible. My mom is here visiting.
What I should say is, we have to contribute our part to the social fabric here, and the socio-economic activities that take place in the territory. And so far we have been doing what we can, but we, I should say we're only about 2% of the population in the 3 islands. So, but for what we can, we do our best.
Oh yeah, in many documentable ways. The difference now is that before you were doing it and not really blowing your horn, just
it was done individually, and
exactly.
It's the same individuals that are doing it, but it's being institutionalized, and it's to kind of create that identity in a positive way and use it in a positive way.
Yeah, I was saying, 2 and 3 homes. My mom is here visiting me, and I tell her, say, you visiting me, but this is home for you. And when I'm there by you, it's home for me and you, whether it's Massachusetts or Maryland or whatever. And like you said, to be able to go and come and live in peace. Okay. That's really what it comes down to. Well, I am so glad that you have the VI Palestinian Friendship Association doing the things that you're doing. Did you get through with the library recently? I know that got postponed at one point?
It was day before yesterday.
Okay.
We were able to get there, and we contributed a small collection of what we could put our hands on within this short period of time, but we have a lot of resources that we will seek and provide to the library that will enrich the public with the knowledge, and at the same time define the Palestinian person and the Palestinian land and the Palestinian culture from the Palestinian narrative, not from Europe or any place else or any other group defining the Palestinian narrative.
You're singing to the choir. When I went off to college, you get the questions, you live in grass huts, you wear grass stuff. You really have to realize that if you don't tell your story, somebody else will tell a story, and chances are...
It's going to paint a picture of you.
Yeah. I just sent you some pictures,
I would
Dougie.
like to make one statement as you go on your quest to furnish the books to the library. Think about getting some in audio form for persons who is visually impaired. You know, right now the library is sharing a space with the library for the blind. So Nina Garcia, the librarian, she can let you know how you can probably get some of the books.
Thank you for bringing this to our attention.
Gerard,
and we will definitely work on it. It is noted.
I'll read the book for you. You're funny. I'll read it, you know, I mean, but I'm a Palestinian.
Hey.
Yeah, but you can't see the book.
You know, the fact that
I know the history of Palestine.
The fact of the matter is, okay, both of you individually could see better than any of the people here in the studio, okay?
I bet you, Douglas, I bet you have 10 fingers, right? I know.
How you know?
I know. You see, I tell you, I could see you now.
All right. So anyhow, it is so important that we have these kind of conversations and interactions in a way that's documented and otherwise there for the community to see. Yeah, let me see if I can pull these pictures up that you sent to me here. Okay.
Want me to email them to you?
Oh no.
Okay,
that would be great. But that would be great in the process. But I want to tell you in a second.
In the future,
go
Doug.
Mm-hmm.
In the future, we will try our best to organize, events that will, become more entertainment and educational at the same time. Where they can see the history and the heritage and the culture. We do have plans, once we fill up the libraries in the 3 islands, we'd like to do workshops and maybe small gatherings, talking and discussing the history of that region. The whole idea is, we want to have open dialogue. I want you to hear about me from me.
Right.
This is what the Palestinians want.
Well, right now on Facebook and YouTube, we have the flyer up here, so everyone can see the Virgin Islands Palestinian Friendship Celebration, Sunday, December 29th, from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. at St. George's Botanical Gardens. They're going to have cultural displays, fun for children, Palestinian culinary delights, and more. No entry fee. Okay, and I heard something about the 11th commandment. Not only is it free, but they got the nice F word, food.
and the F, falafel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, falafel is always on the menu.
And Dougie,
wait. Who all in the Virgin Islands know what I mean?
Falafel?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sure a lot of people know.
And a lot don't.
Yeah.
So tell them.
Falafel is, I'll tell you the ingredients.
Well, yeah.
I can tell you it tastes very good.
Mm-hmm.
It's chickpeas, and they are crushed and grinded, and they fry them.
Mm-hmm.
And
grinded with what, Ahmed? With what? You got onion,
with
you got
the
garlic,
spices, the onions,
basil,
and the.
I
didn't want to go through all that detail. Now you got me hungry.
Kier, you coming to fix it, okay?
Now this is the Palestinian veggie burger. This is what I call it, the Palestinian veggie burger. But it has a very nice taste. I love it. With God's will, we will have lots of falafel during the festival event. This year it's happening on the 29th of December, which is 1 month late from the Palestinian Friendship Day, because it was announced to be on the 29th of November, which coincides with the International Day of solidarity with the Palestinian people that was announced by the United Nations in 1977. We chose that day so we can tie the history, the friendship here with the history worldwide.
All right, and right now on YouTube and Facebook, we have one of the pictures from when you were donating those items to the library. All three of you here at the table, and otherwise demonstrating some of what's in these books and other materials that you brought there. And yes, so you know it's important, as I said before, that as a community we don't take things for granted, and you're coming forward by institutionalizing as an organization and proactively telling your story. Okay, it's all important. It's all important. All right. Okay.
And in the library, there's going to be both section in the adults section and the children's section, so there will be books for children also.
All right, fantastic.
And there's going to be a third section.
Right.
Okay, which is going to be? Don't keep us in suspense.
It's what we just got the idea from
the audio books.
Yeah,
the audio books. Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna try and work on those.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's.
Hey, you don't need the audio. I can read.
Okay, Kay. But for everybody else, okay, you can't be so selfish like that. For everybody else, Kay.
Well, no, yeah, I could read. I could sit down there every day, 24 hours. I didn't have nothing to do, and I could read the book.
Okay. All right. Good thing.
I have to stop for a bottle of water or something, you know.
All right. Good thing. Yeah. Well,
I want to go to that thing on the 29th. Doug, can I borrow your car?
Folks, okay. Gerard always trying to get his hands on the car keys. You got something you want to donate? That's fine, you know. But I sorry, you ain't getting my keys. All right.
And Doug, I'd like to go back to the food for a moment.
Okay.
I am incredibly picky eater, and these guys make fun of me all the time because I don't eat meat. But everything, rabbit food. Everything I've had has been wonderful. I mean, great spices. But the Ramadan dinner that they've had for a few years, unfortunately, because of the pandemic, oh my goodness. The food is so good. And the desserts, and you know I have diabetes, and I always take extra insulin because I know I have to at least try some of those desserts. I always take extra insulin because the desserts are incredible.
You sound like my grandmother, God rest her soul. She always was there and ready for a little taste of everything that she wasn't supposed to have.
Right. Well, thank goodness for glucose monitors and
all of those things
carrying insulin around with you know.
We have these days. Yes. So that is the 29th, folks. You heard it right here on WSTX. I can't say that you heard it here first, but you definitely heard it here. And you know, we would love to be in a situation where we could say we monopolize you guys and you come here exclusively and everybody have to listen to WSTX. But no, we're going to be bigger than that. And encourage you to go everywhere that will help you to get the message out. Okay? But definitely remember that WSTX, we have our community calendar in terms of events that you have going out and everything else. So make sure that we get those things as whenever possible, weeks in advance, because that means that it gets talked about for weeks in advance. So, you know, our people, you'll come to them this week for something that happened this week. Chances are they've already made plans for their lives for this week.
And especially during the holidays, I understand.
Right.
It's just the reason we delayed till the 29th of December is we didn't want to encroach on
everything
on the Thanksgiving holiday. Yes. And now, we decided after Christmas because we didn't want to encroach on the Christmas holiday.
Well, I will tell you.
What he mean about it there, the 29th, is the day after my birthday. That's why they want to do it.
Well, that's
My
nice.
birthday is the 28th, so they want to do it on the 29th for my birthday.
Okay, all right. Well,
I'm good.
happy birthday in advance, Kier.
See how good I am?
But you know, hey, always. You never been in detention or timeout or anything in your whole life. You always good. Okay.
You know, one of the things that we need to point out for the event is the cultural displays. Gadir Taha and a number of younger people are putting together these displays, which is going to include the embroidery. And the embroidery is unique to each town. They have different patterns, so you can tell exactly where people are from by the pattern on their dresses and their clothing. So we'll have displays of clothing, displays of pottery, incredible pottery, maybe some glass. I don't know exactly what they're putting out.
They're trying
Art.
to put together whatever
Yeah.
is available here or whatever they can put their hands on. Remember, this is,
the first time.
This is the first time.
Right.
But
First
next
time.
year, God willing, hopefully things will stabilize in the Palestinian territories, and particularly Gaza and the West Bank, and
Inshallah.
with God's will, and after that we can go a little more elaborate. We can bring groups that perform the Palestinian dabka, which is the Palestinian traditional dance, and we didn't want to do all of that because we have to be. It's very sensitive,
Yeah, well, not only that,
yeah.
it's logistics. To get all of these things to happen is a lot of logistics involved.
There
and
is,
everything else,
yes.
Yeah. And I would encourage you to reach out to King Darby, the Calypsonian, okay? Because if you can have him and his little combo of young people and that young lady there to perform, whether it's the 29th or the next time around, I think that would be a very, very nice.
No, Douglas, the
noted.
Persian, the Arab singer, she's in the Middle East right now.
That's Mo's daughter.
Yes.
Yeah. Mo's daughter, right?
Yeah. She's
One
in
time he
Palestine
told
now.
me.
All right. Well,
Yeah, that's good.
make arrangements for next year for her to be here to perform.
Yeah, to
God
be
willing. Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
for next year, we're actually talking about like a Palestinian festival, which would incorporate all these things and be a great day for everyone.
Okay. It's sounding good. So anyhow, I gonna have to definitely check out the Palestinian veggie burger.
What, use a veggie?
No, it's good food.
Then
It's
there's
good food.
there's
Yeah,
other
it's good
stuff
food.
there.
There's other stuff there, but no, I'm checking
Douglas,
out.
Douglas, one time Mario had a meeting over there at Bodo Park, and I went over there with the Rastaman and them thing, and I bought them hummus. Boy, everybody want an ingredient, Everybody miss one.
All right. Well, folks, listening and watching, just know that on Sunday, December 29th, from 12 to 6 p.m. at St. George's Botanical Garden, okay, the Virgin Islands Palestinian Friendship Celebration will be in full swing from 12 to 6 p.m. They're going to have cultural displays, fun for the children, the Palestinian culinary delights. That's where I'm going from. And more. And there's no entry fee. This is a community thing.
But Douglas, you make sure you pick up Gerard too,
Jerry,
this
this guy's your agent or what? And if he's your agent, you need to update him about how we don't move over here. Okay?
If I try and bust don't run on Sunday.
But he here castigating me in front of the public like we don't hang out, and why do I have to be dealing?
No.
Let me finish, Kier. Let me finish. I'm telling a joke.
You better pick up Gerard,
Kier, let me finish.
That's all I'm saying.
Kier, let me finish. I said we don't be out so much that even people castigating me out there, how I could be having a blind person up and down, like somehow the other I being whatever, unfeeling or insensitive to the fact. And the joke of it is, right, just because you're blind, I mean, you can't watch TV. I mean, you can't appreciate music. You can't do all of these things. But when you have a Vitron system, like you say, what we have here, okay, where all of these things going on, then it's people like me that, hook up with Jared every now and then. He'll tell me,
that's good.
every now and then he'll tell me, me need your ride.
I'm going to tell the governor to give you a gold medal.
Not necessary, not necessary. This is just a community.
A plaque then, a plaque.
Yeah, but when them pretty girl want to pick you up and take you out, I don't get no notice, last minute he said, Doug, me need you.
Is when you go by his house, he don't tell you he done gone.
I show up and, the dog there barking at me like, he there? Yeah, anyhow, but full circle here.
So I got me make papi show?
You can make some kind of show. But anyhow, we making our plans to be there here. Okay? So I hope you making yours. If not this year, next year.
No. I will get my runnings down. You got people, that will call and tell you everything that's going on in St. Croix. Well, that's me. I get in all my information already.
All right. Well, surprise us and show up one of these years, okay? All right?
Don't be surprised. I might be down there,
Okay. All right. Good thing.
Okay.
Yes, folks. And we're talking about the Virgin Islands Palestinian Friendship Celebration, which is Sunday, December 29th, 12 to 6 p.m. at St. George's Botanical Gardens, okay? Repeating it because it's like anything else. If you ain't mark your calendar already, mark it. If you have marked it already, mark it again. Because then when you pass by your calendar and got this big black match in the 29th, you know what it is. You're going to just know where to be. And I'm going to throw out something in the process here. We have all of these children doing water sale to raise funds for their respective organizations. And I'm saying this to the adults. The children are doing their part and they're showing up, okay? But you have an event, an opportunity like the community calendar here at WSTX. If you're having these events and you share the information with us, and we in turn share it with the community, you will have a lot of people who are going to drive up and say, I don't want your water, take me money, and drive off, okay? That's just the reality, folks. So I'm just saying this as part of outreach to the community. Just the same way the Virgin Islands Palestinian Friendship Celebration is being talked about here, your event could be being talked about on WSTX. And you know what? It's free unless you want to force me to charge you. All right. Well, I'm really so happy that y'all came in here today to talk about this. It's something that's for the betterment of our whole community. We have all the different organizations that celebrate their origins as well as their membership and participation in the community, and it's all good because people need to know who their neighbors are, and they need to have a neighborly relationship, and the way you do that is by mixing, mingling, and learning each other's culture,
creating awareness
and the awareness and everything in the process. So this is really, really great.
Yeah.
Okay?
And Dougie, we do have a Facebook page. Having a few issues setting up Instagram, but we'll get that worked out. But the page is specifically focused on being very positive. We're not putting a lot of current news up there, but it's more positive, showing the community here, showing Palestine, the beauty and the history and culture of Palestine. And it's same as the organization Virgin Islands Palestinian Friendship Association. That's the name on the page.
That's the information you don't see in the news. All the other information you get from the news.
Let me tell you, right? You said the news. Then the news is it's not news anymore. And it's not breaking anymore, it's broken.
Exactly.
Because I have gone to things like NPR and KCRW and whatever, simply because I want a more world scope of things that's going on in the world. Not this regurgitation of the same negative all the time. It's just like with our young people here in the Virgin Islands. If there's one little bad event for the next 6 months, you're hearing about it. But in the meantime, the children are excelling. They're doing well in sports. They're doing well in music. They're having this premiere tomorrow at the Caribbean Cinema, and so little is heard about these things. So it is a problem across the board in that regard, and we have to take back. You know, it's like I had these apps on my phone for news, and whenever something pop up, I just disable them, because I'm finding that all I'm getting is the negative.
Distorted.
And there's so much,
Distorted.
exactly, and there's so much positive in our world that should be the driver of how we live our lives, not everything negative. But you know, it's basically, I tell people that Trump came down here and studied the Virgin Islands and went up there to work it on them, okay? because the more it sounds like melee, the more people pay attention.
He's doing a good job in that.
All right.
I think you definitely got that right, Doug.
Yes. All right, folks.
Now I'll say this right, Doug. They talk about the Palestinian inclusion friendship, right? Me and this guy here been friends since in the late 80s.
You don't care.
Yep.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. And now we're in 2004, 2024.
No,
we
still,
still
2004.
we're still friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's been years.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to walk together in a supermarket, you know.
Well,
that's how we able to meet Gerard.
Well, that's why, Kier, that's why you have to be down here for one of these things, because we celebrating friendship. That's what we do.
Yeah, I coming down, man. And then we're going to do a parade, too.
We celebrate.
We're going to do a parade, don't worry.
I can drive the
Kier is a loose cannon, you know.
Anyhow, like I said,
from Christiansted to Frederiksted.
We celebrating friendship. Okay, we celebrating friendship. And every one of these things that we have here on St. Croix should be just about that. Celebrating friendship. In this case, with the Virgin Islands Palestinian Friendship Celebration leading the way at this point in time. And after that celebration, another celebration, we come full circle. And the bottom line is, all year long, we should be celebrating friendship.
That is correct.
Yep. Okay. Well, it's really been great having you both in here. And
thank you so much for the opportunity.
I am looking forward to the 29th.
Yes,
not just for the food.
But that is on the top of your list.
On the top of the list.
Yeah.
It's the easiest part.
Yeah.
Is the other part is, you know, whatever is attainable, and every year we will try and make it more exciting.
Right. You know, one of the things that really opened my eyes as to how myopic you can be where you live was watching a documentary program, and they were talking about all the different herbs, spices, grains, and you see this market that's so large that every table got different color stuff, and it ain't artificial. That's how it looks, and they use this stuff in how they cook and medicinal and all this other stuff, and it's just a realization of how much you just really don't know about, you know, what is out there in the world in that sense, as far as the variety. Another thing is fruits. You know, we know mango, kinep, and gooseberry, and that's it. No, I'm just joking, right? Okay, I'm just joking. There's a whole lot more. Guava berry, for instance. I get castigated today. How you could leave a guava berry? But no, seriously, and so the exposure is so important, and friendship is one of the greatest tools you can use for exposure. You know, here, try my dish. And you try some of mine here too. And you go and just so And next thing you know, oh, we got to invite so-and-so. Can you fix this? And I like it. That's how it starts.
Through the friendship comes the knowledge. Through the friendship comes the dialogue. Through the friendship comes the coexistence. Through the friendship
Comes the peace.
We get ideas. We learn.
Yeah. All right. Good thing. Good thing. Okay. Liz, any last words?
Come out on the 29th. Have a great time, everyone. It will be a wonderful day.
All right. Hear, hear. I agree with that. All right. Well, I'm so glad that you made the time to be here today.
Thank you for having us.
Definitely. So, folks, all roads lead to St. George Botanical Gardens, December 29th. You might have other roads or go to other places, but make sure that you set up your route so you're going to pass that way.
Right.
Okay?
Well, you know what? And we're pardon me, we'll be there from noon until 6 p.m. And I know there's other things going on, so just kind of plot out your track. Stop here, stop there, hit them all during the day.
Yep. That's the way you do it. Don't.
And you get your hummus and your falafel.
Yep. Falafel. Me know what I be. I know about Palestinian veggie burger.
Which is the falafel. Yeah.
I think I just gave it a new
Douglas,
name.
The size of that is about the size of a $50, you know, not a big.
Right. But Kier, you missed the whole thing. The whole thing is you know how much people I know grow up with, and I know them by a nickname, and unfortunately it wasn't until the funeral that I know what their real name was. Okay, but you know something, the average person out there, what they're going to tell you is it tastes good.
You know, I've noticed, you know, I moved here in 1981, and it seems to me, and maybe it was just St. Thomas, people call people by their last name. I don't think people do that as much anymore, but there were a number of people that I never knew their first name. I knew them for years and never knew their first name. You know, similar to just knowing a nickname. You just never find out their full name.
I think people use whichever is easier.
Yeah.
If they can say your first name easy, they.
Yeah.
You see, Douglas, like my name is Kerry Dean, but people call me Kier.
Yeah,
you know, so it's hard for them to say Kerry Dean, so they say Kier.
Yeah. Well, you know, you remind me of a friend of mine who's passed on. His name was Criminatus, and we call it Crimmy. You know, but that's the thing, you know. And how many people that know him don't know that his real name was Criminatus? You know,
I have one of my dearest friends in the world. I knew him by his last name. And he told me one time that I couldn't call him by his first name till I lived here for 30 years. Well, 30 years rolls around, and he's like, well, you haven't passed the test yet, so he keeps giving me these local tests. And I keep calling Sandra Gerard to get the answer for the test. But now it's 43 years, and he still says, no, you haven't lived here long enough to call me by my first name.
You didn't neutralize yet.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for Sandra, who gives me all the answers.
All right. Well, that's a good thing. Again, friendship. Okay. Yes, folks. Virgin Islands Palestinian Friendship Celebrations, Sunday, December 29th, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Come on by. Make it part of your weekend set of things that you're going to be doing. And it's going to be at St. George Botanical Gardens. You're going to have cultural displays, fun for the children, culinary delights, much more. Come on out and enjoy your community. That's what it's all about. All right. So hopefully I gonna see you there. All right. Good thing. Jared, you gonna be there or what? Huh?
If you pick him up. If you pick him up.
See, Kier, you getting in things. Don't.
Okay,
later,
sorry.
you're getting in things.
Sorry.
Jared, you gonna be there? He doing
Gerard
something.
Look like he went to sleep.
He doing something. No, he doing something. Cause I asked him if he driving. One night, we had gone to Jazz in the Park in Christiansted, and so coming back down that night to take him home, we had a blowout on tires. So here I am on the side of the road. Police even pull up and check on us and everything else, right? And got the tire fixed. Headed back down, got back on the road, took him home. And I turn around and I'm coming back home and approaching Williams Delight. And those of you who are familiar with Williams Delight know that there is a intersection there where you can take a little exit to go the Christiansted route. And there's a big tree there and it's dark. So I'm coming by the intersection and something glinted in my eyes as I turn up my head a little bit. Bram! A horse runs out into the vehicle. Head goes in front of the windshield. Body slams around on my side. Break all the glass. I'm showered in broken glass and in total shock. Okay, because I'm just taking my time. I mean, if I was speeding and this happening to me, then good for your dog. You shouldn't have been speeding on. No, just taking my cool time coming home, right? So hear what this guy tell me. You see, he tell me, you say, no, I tell you, should I let me, take the car and go home? If you do that, this wouldn't have happened to you.
Why are you telling that story?
Because I was wanting to know if you're driving. Anyhow, friendship. I have known Gerard all my life. I met him through a mutual friend who is now deceased, and now he's a co-host on the show, and we are, community-wise involved in a lot of things. And this is where it starts, folks. Friendship. Open your mind, okay? And as we come here to the end of this show, one of the things I always talk about is doing a random act of kindness. And when I talk about that, I also go a step further to say that you should do something like that for somebody you just can't stand. Okay? And
I like to say do a random act.
Yeah, coming to that. But anyhow, the reason why I say that is because everybody plays a role in our community. Okay? There are people who are disgusting, like Gerard. I didn't say that. Anyhow, there are people who disgusting. There are people who, get on your nerves and whatever, so forth and so on. But you know what? You see them coming and you want to go the other way and everything. They're in your mind. The day that they depart this earth, you're going to miss them. Do that random act, okay? You just never know. The smallest little thing can make such a big difference in people's lives. And
Douglas, when you do a random act, God will always be looking at you and helping you.
Well, sir, let's get it clear. A random act of kindness. I ain't even no room for any other random act.
Hey. I gotta keep Robert's memory alive.
I hear that.
Do a random act.
Okay. Well, that's all well and good, but I'm going to continue to emphasize kindness. So, with that, I've done my adieu for this week. And folks, it's so great to be here. Christmas is just a couple of days away, but you know what? Friendship is something that's always present if you let it, okay? It's like anything else. You have to open the door, open your mind, open your heart to friendship, all right? With no further ado, folks, I want to tell you, Creator willing, we'll be back here next Thursday, paving the way for the Friday worshipers and all the other folks, and let them know that it starts with Thursday. So on behalf of WSTX and all the advertisers who support this community-minded program that we do, I want to say thank you and compliments of the season.
Season's greetings from AM 970 WSTX.
Happy holidays from Salamas. Get ready for the biggest sale of the year. Black Friday is here. Save 30, 40, even 50% off on rugs, curtains, sheets, comforters, and more. Don't miss these incredible deals to deck out your home for the holidays. This sale goes to the end of the year. We're conveniently located next to Sadi's Laundry in the United Shopping Plaza in St. Croix, Virgin Islands. Doors open bright and early at 7 a.m. and stay open until 10 p.m. So you've got all day to save. This sale goes to the end of the year. Mark your calendars, grab your list, and get to Salamas for Black Friday savings you won't believe. Save 30, 40, even 50% off. Call us at 340-277-5751 for more info. This sale goes to the end of the year. Salamas, bringing joy, style, and savings to your holidays.